8:38 right now. Hey, who doesn't love a good real estate TV show? I mean, what, in 30 minutes, we watch home buyers tour homes, fall in love, and make a deal. But in real life, as you know, selling your home is not quite that easy, especially as we approach the slower selling months.
Well, you left out the get top dollar. Beyond.
That too.
Yeah. Well, that's where home staging comes in to get it sold. If you're a buyer, on the other hand, you don't want to be duped by the interior designers. So where's the happy medium? With what we need to know, here she is, Fox 29's lifestyle lawyer, Shari. Nice to have you hear about this, because you wonder how quickly and how inexpensive and what it's all about. So let's start with what is it all about?
Sure. I love home staging, Roxanne. This is like detailing your car before you sell it, or the jewelry you put on before you go to an event. It's basically anything you do to prepare your home for sale so that you can get the highest dollar for it and sell it as quickly as possible. In order to do that, you need to appeal to the widest group of buyers. You need to focus on the positives of the home, kind of distract from the negatives if you can, and create a vision, because we know that buyers are buying into lifestyle, not the physical home. So they need to be able to see a lifestyle they want. That's what you're really trying to communicate.
And you're trying to get top dollar, and I'm guessing that home staging isn't cheap. So what can folks expect to pay?
Sure. Well, it really depends. There's a wide variety of credentials. There's actually accredited home stagers who tend to be more expensive, but obviously more experienced. What you're going to pay is really going to depend on where you're located, your home square footage, how many bedrooms, and of course how badly your home needs to be staged in the first place. But these folks generally charge either by the project, by the hour, by the half day, or the full day. You're probably going to end up spending at least $500, but all the way up into the tens of thousands of dollars. The good thing is, though, Roxanne, is that the amount people tend to spend on home staging is generally less than what a first price reduction would have been. So the idea is you recoup it.
So you get it back. But let me just throw this in there. Do you stage with your own stuff, or do they come in and make you buy furniture and redo your house?
You can do both. They'll try to use what you have, but then they'll also bring in stuff, which kind of sort of leads to some of the tips that some of these home stagers are using, and that you can use on your own if you want to save a little bit of money. So, for example, they tend to use luxurious materials. They'll throw them in there to create that lifestyle, either furs or leathers or silks. They tend to group furnitures in groupings. That's done to create more space in the home, a better flow, but also to give buyers an idea of how they can use the space in your home. And then they tend to use unique objects to try to distract from places they don't really want you looking and focus on the places they do, like a fireplace or a built-in shelving unit. Also, there's the rule of threes, which is important to remember. Designers know this, but a lot of people don't. You're better off grouping items, interesting items on the table, on the wall, whatever, in threes, because of the way our brain processes that. It creates more memorable and more attention focus on those items.
That's interesting. My wife always says that, and I keep on trying to put a couple extra things on it. No, in threes, and it's got to have a certain height and all that kind of stuff.
It's true. It's true. Now, as a buyer,
don't look at me like that.
As a buyer, though, you want to make sure that you're not distracted by that. You don't want to be surprised on the day of your walkthrough and say, "Oh my God, this is not what the house looked like." Right?
Well, you know, you also hear the term curb appeal all the time. So you're talking about the inside of the house, but the outside also looks nice.
There's staging you can do for curb appeal. So obviously landscaping and cleaning up the front walkway and the front door.
Pulling the weeds.
Yeah, making sure all the lights work.
I always thought staging was what I did. I throw a carpet over, a rug over the crack of the tile. But I guess it's a little bit beyond
how
that.
our houses get to look. We get used to it.
Yeah.
We have to really look at them with a fresh set of eyes. Remember, most buyers are going to see it for the first time in a photograph.
Yeah.
That's true.
Would you also recommend, like, you know, sometimes you hear about cooking something that smells nice, like brownies.
All senses. And again, you're creating that lifestyle. So you want a buyer to walk in the home and feel like it is a home, and it could be their home, not your home.
I always think when you walk into a house and say, I could move in just like this. Yeah. That's the highest compliment.
Right, right.
You've done a good job.
When they start seeing your furniture, that's a sign as a seller that you know the buyer is seeing themselves there.
Then the pro stagers move everything out. You say, this isn't what I bought.
This is what I want.
Right. Shari,
thanks so much.
Sure.
Felicia, thanks.